right, fellas? If you need us, don't need us, you feel me?
Notice the way Theo Vaughn instantly looks for the approval of Don Rizzler here. Theo's trying to break the ice with the Rizzler and stay on his good side, unlike a certain other interviewer whose show got canceled after a chat with the Riz.
Dude, I freaking hate it. I'll tell you this straight up, dude. Like, what I hate is when, like, if I'm doing something at home and my mom needs me.
As any good Italian mob boss should, the Rizzler loves his mother. Although the Rizzler may be annoyed to take time out of his busy day to help his ma, the little sigh the Rizzler gives here shows he would drop any hit or negotiation he had to make to be right by her side.
I was in a match of Fortnite. There was top 3. I was the 3rd person left. And then guess what? My mom calls me down, right? She'll go clean the dishes, right? And guess what? Out of nowhere, she distracted me. I got a headshot by a sniper.
And did she take any responsibility for it?
No.
What?
Notice the Rizzler's little stutters here at the beginning of his sentence.
I was the...
Being the very stoic man he is, he doesn't show many chinks or cracks in his armor very often. However, you can tell he's slightly heated here over losing in Fortnite, which is definitely not a feeling he's used to. It was the ultimate disrespectful move for the Rizzler's mother to bestow such a trivial task on him, such as doing the dishes, while he was busy with business. However, I don't want to speak any more about a made man's mother in a negative manner.
And then I went downstairs and she was cleaning the dishes already.
So she didn't even need your help?
No.
Ugh. Why do they choose to operate like that?
And she was like, oh, I always have to do everything in this house.
Ugh.
Being the empath he is, Bobby Lee was able to relate heavily to the Rizzler's annoyance when it comes to women complaining. Due to the sheer amount of women and gumas he has in his life, this must be a pretty regular occurrence for Mr. Rizzler. The ultimate irony of the situation is the Rizzler's mom is complaining how she has to do everything around their house, when a literal 9-year-old pays all of their bills for them.
I want that. I would love that. Just to have like some
Yeah.
have something happen in the movie and then you get to feel it right there. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of like whenever I went to Disney World. Have you been there?
No.
What? Sorry. I thought you'd have been.
No.
It's fine. And look, and I don't, it's not everybody's been. I shouldn't act like everybody's been.
Wow, what a tense moment this was here. And Shane Gillis is really lucky he diffused this situation while he still had the chance. Shane wasn't very tactful with his approach here, and you can read the displeasure on the Rizzler's face, especially when he doubled down and harped on the fact that the Rizzler has never been to Disney World. For most people, Disney is a rite of passage, and you can tell the Rizzler didn't appreciate him never going being turned into a punchline. If looks could kill, it's safe to say Andrew Schultz would be sleeping with the fishes after this blunder.
Have you discussed it at all with your folks?
I mean, when I go to Disney World, like, if I go there, I'm probably going to get swarmed by people, but, I'm kind of used to it.
This is really subtle, and I really don't have much to touch on with this, but look at the way the Rizzler carries himself here, just beaming with confidence about who he is. His little humble brag about how he can no longer go out in public anymore due to his fame, along with the little shrug he does here, just reeks of charisma, and it shows wherever he goes, he is the main character.
What else? Dude, I saw you at that restaurant one time at Craig's. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. That was the first time I met you.
Yeah, you're right. Right there.
Yeah.
Good memory. Dude, and you were up, I'm not trying to rat you out or whatever, but you were up at, it was like 10 p.m.
Yeah. Well, now my bedtime is 1 o'clock in the morning, so.
What? What are you, a union worker?
I don't know.
This right here gave us important context on how Tony Hinchcliffe met the Rizzler. It seems as if the Rizzler was eating dinners with members of his non-related family, if you catch my drift, where he'd be approached by Tony for a picture, which also explains how Tony was able to secure an interview with him. This interaction leads us to believe that the two of them have a closer relationship than meets the eye, which also explains why the Rizzler's okay with Tony making jokes slighting him. That being said, all the jokes Tony's been making tonight is one thing, but snitching is a cardinal sin in mob culture, and I could assure you corrective action for this will be taken off screen.
And does your mother make you some nice dinner once in a while? What does she like to make for you?
Well, Usually I eat this, like, it's like TV dinner. It's really good for you. It's called Factor.
Oh, yeah, Factor
It's
meals.
so good
Yeah.
and very healthy.
This is business genius at play here, ladies and gentlemen. Notice how naturally the Rizzler plugs his sponsor, Factor, without showing any tell that it's a sponsorship. Which, by the way, that's a crime, but the Rizzler does not care about petty charges. Not only has the Rizzler petrified me with fear, thinking that if I don't buy this, he will bust in my kneecaps, but he also convinced me that it's healthy because he constantly eats them and he has a Herculean physique.
Yeah, I mean, what's some of the freaking noise that could come in here in the 4th grade? What's some stuff that, you know? You think there's gangs or whatever?
I don't know. Probably.
I know.
Once again, Bert Kreischer puts the Rizzler in an uncomfortable position by talking about the gangs running rampant in his school. One thing mobsters know not to do is to never ever publicly acknowledge the existence of their social club, and you can tell the Rizzler knows more than he's letting on here.
What is in my pocket? There's gloves in my pocket.
Are there really? Let me see him. Are you a what is these, for crime or whatever?
I guess so.
You guess so.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'm a detective.
Something does not sit right with me here about these gloves, and something more sinister could be at play. It's very likely the Rizzler forgot to dispose of these gloves after committing a mob hit, and by offering them to Theo for him to wear, he gets more DNA on the gloves for an alibi if they're ever found. Conspiracy theories aside, there's no blood on the gloves yet, so maybe they weren't used nefariously. However, this could still be a thinly veiled threat to Theo that the Rizzler has the tools on hand to dispose of him at any time if needed. Theo was off-put by this, and you can tell this from him nervously asking the Rizzler if he was a criminal. This is the equivalent of asking water if it's wet. But it's also a strategic and smart move on Theo's end to use humor in a situation like this to de-escalate the tension.
They smell pretty good.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite smells, you think?
Sharpies.
Brother. Let's light that candle again, huh? Yes, dude. Why do they smell so good?
I don't know. Or the smelly Sharpies? They just want me to eat them, bro.
Oh, they good?
They just want me to eat them.
Oh, pull one up. The smelly Sharpies?
Yeah, the smellies.
Type shit, man. Pull one up right now. God, I haven't even seen those. Oh, those.
Those.
Ugh.
And then, you won't believe this. There is a hamburger and french fry eraser that smells like McDonald's. They want me to eat erasers. They want me to eat rubber.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. That's why
They want me to eat stuff that says do not consume.
Yeah, they do, brother. Dude, that's the system working against us, man.
Like, on this water, like, say it's like oil and it looks like Coca-Cola. It says do not consume in like very big letters. Now I want to consume it.
Yeah. It's almost like they're just challenging you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, you don't think the Rizzler can digest this?
Yeah.
That dude will freaking refine a barrel of crude in 2 swallows, brother.
The Rizzler's a man who does not take no for an answer. You tell the Rizzler not to sniff Sharpies because he will lose brain cells, he'll do it anyways. You tell the Rizzler he shouldn't eat something because it's not edible, look at him, he's never met a task he couldn't consume. It seems as if the Rizzler's enemies have been making poisonous items that smell good, knowing that more than likely he will try to eat it in an attempt to take him out once and for all. However, with someone built like the Rizzler, it's going to take a lot to take him out.
Do you have like a finishing move or whatever when it comes to defeating enemies?
Yeah, I have a finishing move. So it's, I fly up, right?
Yep.
I come back down. I spin around. I turn into flames and I hit them.
Poof.
I go right into them. And also, someone's trying to come at me. Boom.
Much like how Heisenberg would finish Gustavo Fring in Breaking Bad, the Rizzler likes to end his opponents with a boom. Life really imitates art sometimes.
There's a couple rumors that I've heard about you. I'm going to rattle them off. You tell me true or false, okay? I heard that you have 2 cell phones.
I actually have 3. My brother has 2 iPads and I have a phone. And I have 2 Nintendo Switches.
You have a scale?
What?
Good answer.
The absolute disrespect by Tommy Segura to ask the Rizzler if he owns a scale. A man like the Rizzler would never own a scale for anything other than selling narcotics, which he would never get his hands dirty doing because he's the boss. It is the ultimate mockery to ask the Rizzler if he owns a scale because the Rizzler doesn't need to weigh himself to check his power level. He already knows how powerful he really is. And if Bert Kreischer keeps this up, the only weight we'll be talking about is the weighted concrete shoes he will be wearing in the Long Island Sound, motherfucker.